Hi there, I'm Marissa Santoro, founder of In Our Shoes and the Gutsy Leadership Academy. Today I'd like to talk to you about a common topic I hear from women that I work with, as well as from my own experience when I was in corporate. And actually, it doesn't even require you to be in corporate. This is something that happens even if you're in a staff meeting or you're meeting with management or any type of huddle that you're doing on a business front. Too often, we as women get shut down in meetings. I know you know what I mean. You're in a meeting, you may be called on to answer a question, or maybe you just feel compelled, right? God forbid, compelled to actually share your ideas in a room full of people that you may or may not be 100% familiar with. And you raise your hand, you share your idea, and then, oh my God, all of a sudden, someone, and I don't want to make this a male-female thing. For me, I often got shut down when I was working on Wall Street by men. But there were also a couple senior women as well that I could think of. So I don't want to make this a man-woman thing, but there are times when we are shut down, where someone just talks over us, they cut us off, they correct us, they object on what we're saying, and then we move on with the meeting, and there you are, slinking back in your chair, embarrassed possibly, and telling yourself, I will never voice my opinion or share anything in a meeting again. This was, really embarrassing, and you'll just shut down, and you won't feel like you have a voice in the meeting going forward. So what do we do here with this situation? Well, first of all, I want to give you permission. The next time someone interrupts you in a meeting, feel free, and I've done this, and this is what I teach, and this is what other women do, and even men. It's not even a woman-men thing. When someone interrupts you while you're speaking, I want you to take your little finger, right? If you're a righty or a lefty, whatever feels right, I want you to raise your finger and say, excuse me, I'm not finished. Please let me finish my point, right? Or you can say, excuse me, I'm not done yet, okay? Or you can say, excuse me, hold on 1 minute until I'm through. So that's one thing that you can do. I also want you to give yourself permission to back other women up in meetings that you see are getting interrupted. And this might actually be, just practice for you. If you see someone getting interrupted in a meeting, rather than sitting on the sidelines, I'd like you to say, something along the lines of, well, wait a minute, she's not finished yet. Let her finish her point. I actually was, interested in hearing her, or something along those lines. You can say something like, hold on, she's not done. You know what I'm saying. So there are things that you can do to back other people up, or other women up that you see are being shut down. And so that might also give you some more confidence to stand up for yourself when it happens to you. And most likely you've had that happen to you. So when you see it happen to other people in the room, you can feel that, right? So stand up for those people. The other thing is that a lot of times we don't feel empowered enough to go into a meeting sharing our ideas, because we're worried about the backlash, we're worried about objections, we're worried about, well, wait a minute, have you thought about this? That doesn't hold water. So first of all, maybe not every idea that you have will hold water, just the way it is, right? But you can go into a meeting with just a couple of really key bullets of what you would expect the objections, or maybe the quote unquote criticism would be. So let's say, you're going into a meeting and, you're a key lead in a marketing rollout, a marketing campaign. And then all of a sudden, the energy and the focus shifts to you in the meeting, right? You're the lead on that campaign. And they're like, oh, Jessica, what do you have? What do you see as the progress being made? Or what do you think could really help us move past this, limitation that we're experiencing in this project? And then you say your opinion. Now, maybe you're expecting that question, but you'll also have in the back of your mind some of the things that, you would expect people to come back with. So maybe maybe you would expect someone to say, well, that timing doesn't sound right. So you prepare for that. You prepare for, okay, well, if I'm questioned on the timing, here's my backup. Or maybe you're questioned on the right resources that you're using, or the right vendors that you're using. Have that in your hip pocket. Well, if they question me on that, I have something to say about that as well. Or maybe you just concede. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being interrupted or questioned, I should say, not interrupted, questioned on the points that you're making, and then just reflecting and saying, you know what, I hadn't considered that, or let me take that back and think about that. or great point, thank you for bringing that up. And then just write it down. Always have a notepad next to you. I know that we often, feel that we're getting shut down when we're interrupted and when we're talked over. And I'm not sure if in the next, 5 to 10 years that's ever going to change. But I also want to give you permission in a gutsy leadership state of mind to use the finger, stand your ground, finish your points, get through whatever it is that you want to say. Also, go to bat for other women that you see have been getting shut down, right, in your own authentic way. And just be prepared. Be prepared for people, coming back. A lot of times people aren't looking to bring you down in meetings. They're coming up with valid points, and you kind of have to have a really objective view of what they're coming back with you with. And just recognizing, hopefully you're working in a team that they're really recognizing that, the bigger picture is not about you or them, it's about getting the job done, which at the end of the day, it's all about getting the job done. And as you know, I'm all about perception, being perceived that you're also getting the job done. So I hope this supports you in your shoes. Reach out if you have any questions at info@inourshoes.com, inorshoes.com. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.